So I know some people out there are not surprised to see that Skull and Bones has been delayed once again. This is the sixth time that this game has been pushed back. And for those of you who know better than I do, because I'm not intimately familiar with this game, um, is it like 3 years out beyond its publication date now, or four? I could be wrong on that timeline, but I feel like it's 3 or 4 years out from where it was originally supposed to be published. Some of you who know better, let me know in the comments below. I am interested in this game though because I love pirates and the pirate theme. So does Chris. Like our favorite show, I think, pretty much of all time together anyway, is Black Sails, which we've watched through twice and would happily do a third time. Such a good show, and I like pirate games, but there's never been a really realistic pirate game for me. I mean, I will say that the Sea of Thieves, which I played on the Xbox, is quite entertaining, even though I don't like PvP. It's a hell of a lot of fun, and I think that there's opportunities for good pirate games in the genre. There obviously was the Assassin's Creed game, which it was okay. It was a good introduction. That's one of the things I like about the Assassin's Creed worlds is that they do a pretty good representation of whatever timeline they're covering, but there hasn't ever been, at least to my knowledge, other than a couple of older attempts at like MMO style games, like there hasn't ever been like a really good RPG type, single player pirate game. And now this one's a survival game, and it's got open world stuff. And I don't, like I said, I'm not intimately familiar with it, but it looks hella cool from the screenshots and videos that I've been able to see so far. Let's take a look at these real quick. And interestingly enough, this is the first game. It's the only time this has ever happened to me. I've been using YouTube between other channels and this channel since 2010, I believe, and I've never gotten hit with a takedown. I'm very careful about what I produce. I don't produce shock content or anything like that. And occasionally you get the topic copyright strikes for like music or something in one of your videos, like when you're streaming, like MLB. You'll get a weird notice, or like if you try to play with the radio on when you're playing Fallout 76, you'll get weird copyright strikes. But I covered a leak from the beta of this game last year. It was mid-year at some point, and Kotaku had an article out about this game with some screenshots and some video footage. And I went and did what I'm doing right now. I went and covered the news article on Kotaku, and freaking Ubisoft hit me with a takedown notice, and I fought it and won. I fought the copyright, whatever it is. It's not a copyright strike, is it? Is it called a copyright strike? It might be called copyright strike. Whatever it is, when you get a mark against your channel, and you have to either choose to let it sit there for a few months or you can fight it. And I fought it and said it's fair use. I'm covering a news article. I didn't share the footage. The news article shared the footage. And what they were doing is they were going around and hitting anybody who was showing that leaked footage. And Kotaku had like a 10-second looped clip that was a video that was shown in my video, and so but I won that. So you know what, Ubisoft, neener neener neener. So here we are again. The game is under fire once again because it's not coming out like it was promised. But look at these screenshots. Like it looks it looks good. It doesn't look great. Like the character models don't make me go, oh my god. But the overall world looks interesting. These are really low quality screenshots. But I think it's interesting, especially like the upgradable ship and everything. Um, so I'm interested in this game mostly because I want to be able to live out my pirate fantasies, and I think that that's a really um, cool feature. If the game allows you to truly pursue, being a pirate. What's going to be interesting is it going to only be good guy pirates, or can you be a really bad pirate? I don't know the limitations of this game yet, so um, I am intrigued by it. I am actually glad that this is getting pushed back because games are never going to suffer from too much polish. That does not exist, and they don't want to release in the current climate with a game that has anything resembling a buggy launch. The press release behind this, if you take the time to read through it in greater detail, and you should, I'll have it linked down below along with this article. It's very interesting if you like listening to open calls and investor calls and everything else. Ubisoft is a big company, and they've had ups and downs over the course of their career, like most companies. There are always going to be ups and downs with a business, and they're currently suffering a slump. So last year they canceled 4 games. On top of pushing this game back, they've also canceled 3 unannounced titles, I believe it is. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, and it's as they say, they explain in the move as a result of the company facing major challenges, the industry continues to shift towards mega brands and long-lasting ties that can reach players across the globe, across platforms and business models. So basically, they suffered a slump from a couple of games that did badly, but they still saw good growth and good numbers from like their big franchises, like the Tom Clancy franchises, Assassin's Creed franchises. But then they have these unreleased games, and they canceled four of them last year, three of them this year. That's seven in total. Thankfully, they haven't yet canceled Sea of Thieves, but they have pushed it back for a sixth time. Now, another reason that I'm not too upset that it's getting pushed back is because the previous publication date, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not looking at a sheet right now, was sometime soonish, like February, March. And I remember looking at that going, you're going to be competing with my time for Hogwarts and then Jedi Survivor. And those two games have a way higher priority for me than Skull and Bones does. So them pushing this back is not a bad thing for me as an individual because it means I can find place for it in my schedule at some point. Now, worth noting is that it has not been confirmed when it's coming out yet. They say that 2023, early 2023 to 2024 bracket, which means it could be anywhere if you're going on fiscal years from April of 2024 out until, April of 2023 until April of 2024. So if I had to guess, I would say this is going to get pushed back all the way to the end of this year, maybe early next year, so that they have more time to add polish to it and shore it up so they can guarantee that they're going to have a really strong release, which they do need, given that they had a slump last year. But they've also shored up defenses, and they have a lot of other franchises going for them, so I don't think they're going to suffer any catastrophic losses this year, even if a couple of franchises get pushed back, a couple launches get pushed back. We've still got Assassin's Creed Mirage coming out. There's the Pandora game, Mist of Pandora. Is that what it's called? I don't remember. Not that's Mist of Pandora. That's Warcraft. What am I talking about? Hold up. There's a link down here. Frontiers of Pandora. I knew it was Pandora something. You can laugh at me all you want, everybody. For that was a World of Warcraft expansion. So this is getting they've got other games that are coming. So anyway, um, I'm interested in learning more about this game. Can somebody out there explain it to me a little better in the details in the comments below? Because I think it's a survival game with some PvP, or is it PvE survival open world play with your friends? Like I haven't dug into it that much, and they've got so much shrouded behind secrecy and everything else. I'm still waiting. Kind of like the Dune Awakening MMO that's coming from Funcom. It's all shrouded in secrecy, and I'm like, well, tell me more. You've given me some snippets, but now I want to know more so I can know whether or not to think about being excited about this game or not. I don't know. It's pirates. Should be fun. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, support with a super thanks or a membership. Don't forget the Patreon page. Join the Discord. All the links to that stuff are down below. Look forward to hearing from some of you who are really excited about this game. Let's talk. Till next time, safe gaming. Good day, everybody.